Hello there. In this video, we're going to be covering what SMT is and how you can use that in your trading plan in order to give you an additional confluence in order to place a trade. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. So the first thing that we look at and need to understand is what is SMT, which is short for smart money technique. It's a divergence between assets. So SMT can be used to show a divergence between correlated assets. This can be used to show relative strength and weakness. In this example, since we're focused on just trading NQ or ES, S&P 500 or NASDAQ, right? These are correlated assets. There's other correlated assets that you can use. For instance, if you're trading in the Forex, you can use Euro USD and DXY, which is the dollar. And also for the smart money technique, which is the SMT, you can use basically you can look at the NQ, S&P, and YM, which is the Dow Jones. But let me explain to you how this works. Okay, so between NQ, and again, I don't want to complicate because it's basically used to give you an additional confirmation when you're about to take the trade. Okay, so here we're looking at the NQ. We have NQ, and next to the NQ we have S&P. As you can see, NQ, basically these two assets, they move the same. They have the same sort of movements, and whenever there is a movement that the other one did not make, or one actually took off earlier, that shows us that there is a divergence. They're not correlated anymore. So we have to look at possibly taking the trade with the one that's stronger. In this case, you can see that NQ did a low right here and a lower low, and S&P did a low and a higher low, which means that S&P is going up faster than this here, right? So the NQ it made a lower low, and therefore it can continue to move higher, but S&P is stronger. So if you're going to take a trade and you're looking at these two pairs, and there's a correlation, right, between the two, when there's a divergence that one is lower, the other one is higher, you would be looking to place a trade on the ES or the S&P 500, right? And it works for also if you're looking for a sell. And here you can see that it made a higher high, and S&P did a high and a lower high, which means that S&P is going faster to the downside, right? So if you're looking at possibly placing a sell, you would want to place a trade on the asset that's moving faster, because it's going to hit the target faster and you have a higher probability of hitting your target. Okay, so let's go ahead and look at the chart so I can give you an example. Before you continue watching this video, I want to quickly let you know that now you have the opportunity to join our Discord community, where you can have access to our exclusive content to help you learn how to day trade profitably. Besides that, you will also find other ways to have multiple streams of income and become part of a community of people that, just like you, want to achieve success. Just click the link in the description of this video or visit levelxtrade.com to have instant access. Now back to your video. So the way I look at it is basically this. On TradingView, I have NQ on the left and ES on the right. As you can see, there's a low right here, and let me mark with the pencil. So you have this low, right, and this low is about the same, and you can see that they move fairly similar. All right, fairly similar. And the way I like to keep them both, let me just remove this. If you click here, you get this option to place two assets next to each other, and then these are the things that I have checked. So you can click these. So if you move the chart, for instance, the right side, or the chart that's on the right, is going to move. And I don't know if you can see well on the recording, but once I put my cursor right here, I can also see on the right side where that is. It's basically at the same time on the left as it is on the right. So, okay, let me give you this example. So real quick, so if you're looking, let's say I'm just going to draw a point of interest right here. Okay, so let's say we're looking on a potential buy. You can see that this pair or this asset on NQ, you have a low and a lower low, and then on ES you have a low and a higher low, which means that ES is wanting to get to this point or the target faster. So how do you take a trade? Well, if you see that there is a divergence, and I normally would mark like this, I put SMT, and it's easier for you to see that way, right? So you've got SMT at the bottom, possible reversal. So whenever there is a trigger, in my case, I would be looking for a change in state of delivery, which is right here. Let me mark it with the, there you go. So there is a change in state of delivery. I would be looking for a buy when there's a retracement into this area, okay? Because ES is going up faster. So let's say I would be putting right here, covering the low, target at the top, 1 to 4, boom. Okay, that's a good example, and you can look throughout the chart. That's, you know, whenever there is a point of interest that you're looking at placing a sell, that's when you can come and compare both assets to see which one is moving quicker. Okay, as you can see here, they move very, very similar, and only when there is a discrepancy in one moving faster than the others, then that's when you use that as a confluence. Okay, so an additional confluence in order for you to place a trade. But basically what I would recommend is for you to go into the chart, place it side by side, make sure that you have these controls activated, and then go through the chart and see if in the area where you have a point of interest, or you're looking to place a buy or a sell, you have a discrepancy. Right here I found another one, so you can see that we have a low right here and then a high. 1 second, and it's not very acute. You can see that it's NQ is moving a little bit higher or faster to the upside, and so there's a little bit of a discrepancy, and that can be used as a confluence. Again, I wouldn't take this blindly, just because this is moving faster than the other, or it's not, there's not a discrepancy, or there's a discrepancy, so therefore I'm going to take blindly. It doesn't work like that. Again, it's something in addition to your overall bias. So if you're looking at placing a buy and it's in a POI and your point of interest, and you have the divergence here at the bottom, then you can look for a signature, price signature, like the breakup structure, come back and place a trade in the fair value gap, or in the OTE, or below the 50%, you know, and just targeting your low-hanging fruit. Okay, so hopefully this clarified. If you have any questions, feel free to leave a comment in the comments, and I'll catch you in the next video. Take care.